Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Geekazoid, and today's stash and review is all about bags. And I don't know why, but for the past 3 months, I've been obsessing over bags, and watching lots and lots of reviews on bags. And after much research, I finally trimmed down my choices to these three bags that we have here in front of us: two from Bellroy and one from Alpaka. Okay, so one of my criteria for actually choosing a bag is that I want it to be a hip bag at the same time I can wear it as a crossbody. Because I heard once from one reviewer that I watched is that the nice thing about hip bags is that you can wear them as crossovers or sling bags. But if you buy a sling bag, it's not always true that you can wear it as a hip bag as well. So that's why I finally came up with these three choices, and actually one of them is not a sling bag at all. So these three bags, not a hip bag, sorry. These three bags that I'm referring to are: one, the Bellroy Venture 2.5 liters. It has gotten a lot of good reviews, which is why I bought this. Because again, I just wanted to try it out, even though it's more expensive. We'll go to the prices later on. This one is the Bellroy 1.5 liter, Bellroy Venture Ready 1.5 liter, Bellroy Venture Ready 2.5 liter, and then finally we have here the Alpaka Go Sling Nano. Okay, so let's go to the review. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about price. From the cheapest, we have here the Alpaka Go Sling Nano. This sells for $59. On sale, I got it around 2,700 pesos, Philippine pesos in Lazada. So maybe that's less than, maybe around $50 less. Okay, and this one, the Bellroy Venture Ready 1.5 liter. This is actually a hip pack, right? This actually costs $75 US. I bought this from Amazon. But this collar actually, I don't know why, but this collar is priced at $45, but the rest $75. Okay, and finally, the most expensive one would be this Bellroy Venture Ready 2.5 liters. Okay, and this one costs a whopping $89 US. Okay, so why is it that expensive? Is it worth the price? Well, we'll find out. Let's take a look at the other features. First of all, let's take a look at the size. Okay, this is again 2.5 liters. This is this one here is 1.5 liters. Okay, and then finally the Go Sling Nano, Alpaka Go Sling Nano is 1.6 liters. Okay, and then let's talk about colors. This one here, the Bellroy Ready Venture 2.5 liters. This one's Ranger Green. Okay, I like this color. But aside from this one, it comes in bronze, which is like orange, blue, and also black, right? And then this one here, the 1.5 liter also comes in bronze, like orange, blue, black. They actually have two colors of black. And then the one's actually $45 and the other one is $75. This is the $45 one. Okay, and then they also have Ranger Green, similar to this color, the same as this color, right? And then finally, you have here the Alpaka Go Sling Nano. And in Amazon, this actually just comes in two colors, army green and black. But as you can see here, I bought this from Lazada. This is actually color blue, and I like this color, right? And it also comes in gray, actually, here in the Philippines. Okay, now let's talk about the material. Okay, so for the Venture Ready Sling 2.5, this, all of them are water resistant, but this one, it's very, if you take a look at it, it's actually like fabric, but it's not. This is actually recycled nylon, water resistant recycled nylon, and Bellroy actually takes pride in making sure that the materials they use are recycled materials. This one, as you can see, it's like it's like X-Pack material. There's like a screen door, screen door effect there. I actually like the feel of this better than this one. Although I like the color of the green better. I like this more. But the material here, it's like, I don't know, it's like kind of rubbery. It's soft rubbery material, but it's not rubber. But I actually dig it. I actually like the material for this one. Okay, and finally you have here the Alpaka Sling Nano, right? And as you can see, it's like fabric. It's not fabric. Also, this is what they call Axoflux water resistant reclaimed fabric, color blue. But if you take a closer look, it looks like fabric, which is I actually dig it as well. Okay, so yeah, so that's the material. They're all water resistant. Now let's talk about aesthetics. If you take a look at the Bellroy Venture Sling, they're more of the casual look, and compared to the Alpaka, because the Alpaka, when you're wearing this can actually pass for casual and as well as maybe a little. You can probably wear it in a business with a long sleeve shirt, probably a tie maybe, so it'll go well. But I think, but for me, I'll use it daily use, my everyday carry. I actually prefer the aesthetics of the Bellroy, but this comes close. I mean, I'd still be happy with the looks of the Alpaka, but I think the Alpaka look is more, I guess, generic as compared to the Bellroy. The Bellroy looks more unique, I think, in the terms of design. So that's why I like the Bellroy aesthetics more. But of course, that's a matter of preference. It really depends on what your taste, really, right? So this is more casual. The Bellroys are more casual as compared to the Alpaka. Okay, and then let's talk about branding. Well, as you can see here, there's for the black one, there's a very dark gray branding of Bellroy there. And the same is true for, you can hardly see it actually, right? But you can see there that there's also that branding of Bellroy. This one is almost, dark green and dark green. So it's very subtle. Okay, the Alpaka's branding is very, very almost invisible here. It's here. I'm not sure if you can actually see that, but there's an Alpaka logo there, and I doubt anybody can actually see that, right? So, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about build quality. All of them, I think the build quality is really up there. And I just have one thing to say. There, when you take a look at these bags, they scream quality actually. I just have a comment here on this Bellroy green bag, and it's only on the green bag, not on the hip back here. But I'm not sure if you'll see it on camera. But if you take a look closer here, you can actually see some stitching, and at first I didn't know, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera there, but you can see some stitching over here, you can see, right? And that stitching seems like, it's a defect, but I actually reached out to Bellroy, emailed their support to see if that's actually a defect or it's really part of the design. Said, it's not defective, and it's there. So for me, I think that's something that they can really improve on in the future. Or this is just really nitpicking. I doubt anybody would actually notice that. So yeah. So what else? Let's talk about the zippers, right? So let's talk about the zippers. Very interesting here. Okay, so for the Bellroy 2.5 liters, it actually has 3 compartments. So you have here one at the front, okay, and the main compartment here has 2 zippers. Okay, dual zipper. That means you can open and close it from either side. Okay, you can open and close it from either side. And then you have one zipper here at the back. So one zipper here at the back. Okay. Right. And then here, dual zippers. Okay. That means you can wear it on your left shoulder, right shoulder, and it won't really matter. You have the flexibility to wear it any which way. Okay. For the Bellroy 1.5 liters, this one only has two pockets, one front pocket and the main pocket. It doesn't have any back pockets at all. Okay, and the difference between the 1.5 liter and the 2.5 liter is that the 1.5 liter, the main compartment only has one pull. Okay, doesn't one zipper, one pull. Okay. So that means I tend to wear it this, so one way. Okay, so right, and then finally for the Alpaka Sling Nano, this one also has 3 compartments, but only 2 have zippers. So you only have one in the front, as you can see here, and then you have dual zippers here on the main compartment. So I haven't removed the labels yet, but yeah, so these are dual zippers. Okay. So you can open this from either side again, so that means you can wear it from, whether left or right, but actually when you're actually wearing it, you'll probably, because of the buckle, as I'll show you later on, you may not have that flexibility at all. Okay, the back pocket doesn't have, it has a back pocket but doesn't have any zippers. We'll go to the pockets later on. Okay, so I think in terms of zippers, the best would be the 2.5 liters because all 3 compartments have zippers and the main compartment is dual zipper. So I think in terms of zippers, the 2.5 liter wins hands down. Okay, and then all right, all of them, as you can see, are YKK AquaGuard zippers. YKK, high quality YKK AquaGuard zippers. But here in the 1.5 liter black, it's glossy, right? It's a glossy finish. It's up to you, it's your taste, but for me, I don't like the glossy finish, and I simply love the zipper, the aesthetics, the zipper of this 2.5 liter. It's matte, and it's also green. It matches the color of the bag itself. So I love it. I love this matte color, and as you can see, they're aqua-guarded water-resistant zippers. I love it. The other colors like the blue, they're also glossy. So I think it's only the Ranger green, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure, but I think it's only the green that actually has this matte finish. So I like that matte zipper. Let's go to the Alpaka Sling Nano. So the Alpaka Sling Nano also AquaGuard zippers, as you can see there, right? And the difference being here is that this is matte finish. Matte finish. All right, so, but I like this better than the glossy one. So if you ask me, I like the look of the matte AquaGuard YKK, right? So very high quality zippers. Now let's talk about the pulls. So here, the Venture Ready slings, both 2.5 liter and 1.5 liter, has this rope or shoelace-like pulls, and I think the reason for that is if you shake them, it's not noisy. You don't have that clink 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 clank or whatever, how would you call that, but it doesn't produce any noise, and they're very nice to hold because it's like lace, it's like a shoelace, right? And they have this plastic or rubber tips, so I like that. So So both the 1.5 and 2.5 liter have that same pull. And then let's take a look at the Alpaka. So this is the Alpaka. It's actually nylon, and so everything here is nylon. Okay. What I, again, this is just nitpicking. As you can see here, it's actually quite. There's a sharp tip. So, again, it's nitpicking. I'm sure if I didn't say it, you probably wouldn't notice it. But if I have to choose between, the Bellroy pull and then Alpaka pull, I'll give this one to Bellroy. So, again, so for the zippers, I give it to Bellroy, okay? Because I think they really put a lot of thought into these pulls even. All right, so let's talk about the straps. Let's talk about the straps. Okay, so this one, all right, so let's take a look first at the strap of the Alpaka. Okay, so the Alpaka goes like Nano. So as you can see, the nice thing about this one is that the straps are removable. They're removable. So, but actually, it takes a lot of effort to put them in. I actually had a difficult time putting them in. So the nice thing about having them removable is that you can use this as tech pouch, place it in your luggage if you'd like to use it that way. Right? But yeah, so that's the advantage because neither of these Bellroys actually have removable straps. They're all built in. Okay, and then now also this one has a magnetic clasp, magnetic buckle, and actually I'm not sure why other reviewers experience like this accidentally unbuckling by itself, but to be honest, I don't think that's likely to happen because even if I had to do it manually myself, it takes some effort to be able to do this. Okay, and the nice thing about magnetic, I thought it was a gimmick first, but take a look at this one. Without doing anything, it just buckles by itself. So there's some level of convenience there, especially if you're using this every day, right? So yeah, so also if you take a look at this one, the way you would adjust this is through this buckle here. So if you want to loosen it and tighten it, you do it through this buckle, right? But actually, this is, for me, it's a little harder to adjust. And then you have this fastener here so that you can make sure that there are no loose parts, a loose strap. Okay. So yeah, so it's fairly easy to adjust, but as you will see later on, the Bellroys, specifically the 2.5 liter, I think this has the best strap adjustment system, right? So the nice thing about the Bellroy 2.5 liter, for one, is that this strap here is so easy to adjust. So for example, if I just want to tighten it, okay, I'll just do this. Right? I'll just do that. I'll just pull it closer to the side. And if I just want to loosen it, again, I'll just do this. And that's it. No more fastener, no fasteners, nothing. So this is genius, I think, because amongst all the bags that I've actually tried, I'm not sure, but I found this to be the easiest to adjust amongst all the bags that I tried. So that's it, no fasteners at all. The most difficult strap, I thought, was the one in the Bellroy 1.5 liter. Because here you have this, and actually I even had to reach out to their support to figure out how to adjust this. They led me to a pack hacker video, and that's where I figured out how to actually adjust this. But they also have this fastener, right? This strap, this fastener here, so that you can fasten the ends. Okay, so here, for example, but just to let you know, this is for me the most difficult to adjust amongst all of them. And then see, you have to, so that you don't have this dangling, you have to put this band or rubber band or garter, so that it's not just hanging. So I really don't know why Bellroy just didn't adopt the same strap system here in the 2.5 liters, because amongst these three, hands down, this has the best strap amongst all of you. The strap, the adjustment system, the Bellroy 2.5 liter, hands down, has the best adjustment system for its strap. Okay. Now, for me, that's actually very important. Why? Because, again, I want to have the flexibility to wear it as a hip pack and a sling bag at the same time. So, amongst all of these, I can easily adjust the 2.5 liters strap length so that I can wear it as a hip pack if I want to feel like a daddy, or if I want to look like a normal person, then I would wear it as a cross bag or sling bag. So it's easy to adjust using the 2.5 liter.